Hey there guys, Portal Master here, and welcome to a brand new series that I am starting called Completing My Collection. Now, this is not a ripoff of Crash the Skylands Completing Your Collection series. I realized that he actually had a series that was named that when I went to go kind of brainstorm what I could call this, and I decided that this was different enough in concept that I could probably get away with calling it this. So no like trying to rip him off. He's a great content creator, and that series is something completely different than what we're doing in this series. So let's get into what this series will be. I have been collecting Skylanders since 2011 when I got the Skylanders Spyro's Adventure 3DS Starter Pack for Christmas, and since then I've been collecting pretty much all of the merchandise that came out from Spyro's Adventure to Imaginators, as well as a few of the little odds and ends that were released in between the games. But here's the thing, I didn't get every single Skylander that was ever released. There are several that I'm missing both in and out of the box. Most of them are out of the box variants, and this series is going to be dedicated to me hunting them down, tracking them down, and actually buying them, adding them to my collection, and showing them off to you guys. So essentially, it is a late to the party, here's what I got Skylanders series. These episodes won't be very long, but I figured they would be a little bit of nice filler content that you guys would enjoy and would let me show off some of the new acquisitions that I've made to my Skylanders collection. So, in this first episode, I want to go ahead and show you guys my current collection as it stands, and as the collection evolves over the time of the series, you'll be able to look back and see, oh, here's how far the series has come. So this isn't a room tour video. We'll do a room tour video some other time, even though you will be seeing pretty much all of my room in this video. That's not the point of this, if that makes any sense to you guys. So we're going to be looking at, what I have, what I don't have, and yeah, let's just jump into that segment of the video. Okay, so this is probably the part of the room that you are most familiar with, and this is the part that you guys see the most often. So right here are my main shelves for Skylander stuff, as well as a bunch of random crap that we're not going to talk about. So here is the Spyro's Adventure shelf, which you really can't see, so I'm actually going to grab my phone out so that you guys can actually see what's back there. You can see I've got them all lined up, and they're in order as the original Skylanders Spyro's Adventure poster has them. That's how I picked that order. The elemental order is my own creation, which actually has to do with the Skylanders Giants order, which is right here. So you can see I have all of the Skylanders Giants characters, plus a few of the variants are right there. My variants for Spyro's Adventure are not right here. I'll show you where they are in a second. So the order of the elements that I've got these guys in has to do with the original Skylanders Giants light core characters. So water, air, life, and magic all had new light core characters. They had Chill, Jetvac, Shroom Boom, and Pop Fizz as the light core characters, and then the other guys, the other elements had the non-new characters as, so the repos essentially, so like Prism Break and some of the other characters who I can't really think of off the top of my head that got light cores and giants. So that's how I ended up with this elemental order. As you'll see, it's water and fire oppose each other, air and earth, and that carries through for every single one of the Skylanders displays. This shelf right here is the Swap Force shelf, which again, I actually have almost every single regular Swap Force character, except, as you can see, for Firebone Hot Dog. I don't have Firebone Hot Dog out of the box. I have a variant version of him, but not the original. And then we have Trap Team right here. For Trap Team, I basically have every single one of these guys. Somehow this little area got a little messed up, so whoops, there you go, that's fixed. But I have every original regular Trap Team character. It took me a long time to get Blackout, but I did finally get Blackout like a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago. I'm not sure at this point. So there's Trap Team. However, this doesn't include any of the minis. So that is obviously a huge hole in the collection that I am missing. I have none of the minis from Trap Team, and while I do have some of the reposes from Trap Team, only these two were actually in good condition. This box for Gilgrunt, you can see if I get it out. This box is like completely torn up, so I'll probably be getting another copy of Tidal Wave Gilgrunt, just because I don't like the way that that one is. For here, just while we're over here for this shelf, I'll go ahead and show you what's in here. In here is my out-of-the-box variants for Spyro's Adventure. You can see them in the back, as well as you can see all of the battle pieces and the adventure pack pieces are here as well. So there's quite a lot of things up there. You can also see the trap tray. We're probably going to try to figure out a better way to display the trap tray. I have a lot of the traps, but I definitely do not have all of them. Over here above my desk, I have my not my Swap Force, my Superchargers collection. Here is half of the Superchargers collection, more or less. Here are the trophies and the light and dark characters, and then here's the other half. So you'll notice the one thing I don't have is regular Spitfire. That will be an acquisition we make pretty early on in this series, so there's that. Then let's go back over to Imaginators. This is my Imaginators stuff. As you can see, I have an extra Portal of Power and then some custom variants, as well as the original sidekicks from Spyro's Adventure and Giants, and of course the Superchargers Nintendo characters right there. So for Imaginators, I actually have almost every single Imaginators character. None of these, however, except the variants, I actually kept in the original box and then didn't rebox. So like these guys have been opened. They're not unopened. I repackaged them. But the variants are. So like Egg Bomber, Airstrike, and like Hard-Boiled Flare Wolf and all that stuff, those guys have not ever been opened. The only characters that I'm missing from Imaginators are Solar Flare Aurora and Steel-Plated Hoodsickle. Other than that, I have every single Imaginators character, and it's probably one of my more complete games. I only have a few Creation Crystals, though. I only have these 7 Creation Crystals, which I won't bother showing you exactly what they are, because Creation Crystals and Traps will be some of the last things I try to get to, but I also have those Creation Crystals that came in the Adventure Packs, of course, and then of course the starter pack ones. So you can see my wall of starter pack stuff, which also includes a Disney Infinity 3.0 and a Starlink Nintendo starter pack. Everything else is Skylanders related. I've got both the Spyro's Adventure 3DS and Wii starter packs, but they, as you can see, do not actually have the characters displayed in them, whereas all of the other games do. So one of the things I'm also going to be trying to do is getting a duplicate Spyro, Trigger Happy, and Gilgrunt so that I can put my original 3 back in the box. Same for an Igniter and a Stealth Elf. So those are going to be up there as well. I have dark starter packs for every single one of the games that had a dark starter pack released, but this one, of course, does not have Dark Spitfire in it because Dark Spitfire is still on the shelf over there because I never got a regular Spitfire. So that's real fun. Behind the Creation Crystals and underneath the Series 4 characters from Trap Team, or the Series 2, 3, and 4 characters from Trap Team, rather, you can see I've got Eon's Elites. I only have 3 of them. I have Voodoo, Slam Bam, and Zook, as you can see there. So we are definitely lacking on the Eon's Elites, and that is also something else we're going to be having to try to get during this series. You can see my giant wall of cards. I'm not sure if this is going to stay or if it's going to go. I really don't know. Because see, the problem is when I got my Series 2 Bash, which was a character I was missing for a long time, he didn't come with a card, and I'm afraid the same thing's going to happen if I buy a Firebone Hot Dog and don't buy him new in the box. So I don't know if I'll keep this wall of cards up, even though it looks really cool. But over here you can see my wall of variants, which, of course, these 5 guys have actually come down off the wall because their command strips all coincidentally broke in like a 1-week time frame. So you can see that, like, despite having all the Spyro's Adventure variants, I don't actually have them in the box. Although I have pretty much every other character, post Giants that I ever got as a variant, I kept in the box. So that's something that we're going to be looking to do, is get these characters in boxed form since I don't have them in the box from their original game. So there's a lot of stuff that we still need to get, but there's no particular starting point. And let me come back in front of the camera and I'll talk a little bit more about the strategy and what we're going to be doing for this series. So at this point, we're pretty much sitting 4 years after the release of the final Skylanders game, which was, of course, Imaginators in 2016. So because of that, the prices of almost all of these guys have actually remained pretty stable. It's not like they're going up or down like crazy. When Chompy Mage originally came out, he was marketed as exclusive, and I think you could probably get him for like $60 or $70. But as time went on and people realized that Chompy Mage was never going to be available, in large quantities, his price slowly grew until it reached what it is now, which is like $200. Well, since then it hasn't really moved a lot. So Skylanders prices aren't moving very much as of right now. But here's the thing, sometimes you can get deals on these guys on eBay. So while I was making my list and trying to figure out about how much money I was probably going to need to spend to finish my collection, I actually found a few deals. And so that's how we're going to be approaching this series, is when I find a deal, I will buy the character. So it's not like, expect me to get a new Skylander, every week, every 2 weeks, any kind of regular intervals like that. When I see a deal, I'll be buying the Skylander, I'll be adding it to my collection, and I'll be showing it off to you guys. Almost every single Skylander that we're going to be buying in this series is going to be new in the box. That is more of a collector's thing at this point. If I'm going to buy the character, I may as well buy it brand new in the box. So even things like the minis and the reposes from Trap Team, I will be looking for new in box. The only exceptions to this are probably going to be things like Firebone Hot Dog, where I need a copy of him not in box, because I didn't collect the rest of the cores in the box and I want him to finish out that collection. So do just know that. It's not going to be like I'm going to be unboxing guys on here, but that is essentially what this series is going to be about. So thank you so much for watching. I will have the first episode of this up really soon because I've actually already bought the first new Skylander that will be joining the collection, and I can't wait to show him off to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy this series, if you think this is going to be a cool series, or if you have any feedback for what you think I should do with this going forward, leave a comment down below. Let me know if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and go drop me a follow on both Twitter and Instagram, linked down in the description below. See you guys next time.